guys, welcome back here to the Mountain Race Series as we're back here once again for another race as the chase is growing ever so closer and the field is actually starting to shape up a little bit, maybe what the chase will look like. But again, a lot of racing to go and a lot of things can happen in a couple of races or just one race. And that brings us here today for the first time this season in the Cup Series. We're here at Michigan International Speedway for the running of the Pure Michigan 400. We saw the nationwide race. It had a great finish. It had a lot of wrecks as well. But good news is for probably some of these guys, even though they're involved in wrecks, if that happens today, cautions are on this week. So be aware of that. And we have 10 extra laps, so we're running a total of 30 laps today. And look, I'm in the 30 car, but I'm not racing. But anyway, 30 laps. That's going to make the strategy also a lot more different for these guys. Some of the drivers probably learned from the nationwide race about the racing itself, strategy, and maybe how to set up a winning move to get the win today. One maybe being Trent Dunham, the points leader. Speaking of who almost won yesterday's race here in the nationwide series, but Anthony McCurry did beat him out to the line, got his first career win. Will we see another first-time winner here? Saw that last season with Ryan Juke in the series when he was here. He won here last season. Took a win away from Jack Richards, but maybe we'll expect another photo finish again. We'll have to wait and see. But we head to the back straightaway. We have a James front row today for today's Pure Michigan 400. James Qualls and James Silverfox. Qualls is a former chaser, but not looking so good this season. It was from a couple seasons ago into season 3. James is still looking for his first win since his big momentum builder race win at Richmond back in season 3. Qualls has been wanting to get back to victory lane for a long time in the Cup Series. He got one over in the Nationwide Series back earlier at Kentucky Speedway, his home track. But trying to get that FedEx Toyota to victory lane for the first time this season. James Silverfox was a pole sitter earlier this season, I believe at Coca-Cola. He is also looking for his first career win. Well, I should say also, but his first career win in the series. 91 car has kind of struggled this season. Looking to try to get some out of today's race. He's 32nd in points. And James Qualls is 14th in points. So Qualls still has a shot at making the chase, just driving his way in without the win. But he has to win or get in the top 10 because he is not in the wild card position right now. So we'll have to wait and see. And Silverfox is going to need a miracle at this point. Row 2 has Rohit Vaderview in the 51. Vaderview is 22nd in the points. He does have a win, but there are a lot of guys with 2 wins around him. So Vaderview needs to pick up another win and really go on a rail these last few races, try to maybe even work its way up to the top 10, but we'll have to see what the 51 can do. Brian James, another driver, a rookie that struggled like Silverfox. He's actually right next to him in points. He's 31st in points, so the 6 car is also struggling, looking for a good run. Got Ryan Acosta, who's already won this season. Acosta looking to try to get up in the point standings. He is right now, he's 27th, so a lot of the Roush cars are not doing good right now. Pichu London, who is trying to rebound after a strong start to the season. Right now, I believe Pichu's in the top. He's not in the top 10. He's 18, so he's sliding as well. Pichu London definitely needs a good run. That win at Talladega would have helped if he would have beat out Xavier Livingston, but did not happen, so we'll see what Pichu can do. James McLeod, another driver, defending champion, trying to find a way to get in the chase. He's up here as well. He's starting 7th, and then starting 8th is Red Bell in a new paint scheme this week. Justin Perry in the 2008 throwback paint scheme for Tony Stewart in the Home Depot Toyota. Richard Johnson is right there. We'll round out the top 10. And we talked about Trent, the field strategy. The only driver to pull it off last week, got the win through it, as you see here. There's Trent. He's starting 21st today. He's in the Bass Pro Colors this week. We'll see what he can do. And he actually is ahead of the guy that he had problems with in the nationwide race and who he beat in the Cup race last week at Watkins Glen. Steven Gonzalez. So we'll see if there's any more altercations or anything with those two guys. They're good friends, but we thought they wrecked each other. Well, actually, Steven we thought wrecked Trent under caution in the nationwide race, but not really sure what happened there. But we'll find out if anything happened between those two drivers and the rest of this field. So we're going to go racing for 30 laps at Michigan as we get ready for the command here.
Just like I told the employees in the meeting, we don't need anything over the top today. We got a good race car, we got a good driver, we got a good pit crew. All we got to do is if everybody carries the weight, we'll be just fine. 10-4. It's a real fun, guys. It's a real race here. We're going to have a blast tonight. I can't wait to get up and get going.
Let's get ready for race number 23 here at Michigan. The Pure Michigan 400 is next. And take a look at your starting line for today's Pure Michigan 400, like I just said. That's awesome. But anyway, here's the grid. Let's get ready for the race here today. As we're back and ready to go racing here at Michigan to finish off the weekend here. First time for these drivers to be here, but we've seen a lot of great finishes, but cautions could play a factor in today's race. Pit strategy as well. And most of all, track position is key here at Michigan. Pace car is off as the James front row of Qualls and Silver Fox will lead them down to the green flag. Who is going to win today? The Pure Michigan 400. We're about to find out. Green flag is out and we are racing here at Michigan. Qualls actually did not get a good start right there. Silver Fox actually edged into the line, but there's no foul play there. The inside usually will prevail, and we're going to keep an eye out for the four-wide situation. That usually causes wreck. We saw in the nationwide race. Wreck. We'll see how long it took. It took lap 2 last time, but we'll see what happens today. James Qualls edges out and clears Silver Fox, but can he hang on to the lead? He has Rohit Vanderview all over him. Brian James goes way up the track in the 6 car. Looks like Ryan Acosta trying to bring the bottom down there with James McLeod, and Qualls will lead the first lap today here. Closer leads. That's huge for Qualls. He needs a good run today. He can get himself almost to the top 10, maybe if not the top 10 today. Qualls hasn't really been talking about a lot this season, but he's really been just hanging under the radar. Never know what can happen here. Get on the back straight. Oh, there's Richard Johnson. He's around. We got problems in the back. Stevens also is around. Caution's out. Yes, it's definitely out. We'll go back and check that in a minute. Mid pack, I saw Richard Johnson in the 77 get put into the wall. He almost flipped over. They're going to drag race to the line. I think Acosta got him. Yep. And we got to be careful here. These guys definitely don't know how to slow down. We saw the wreck yesterday because of this. Looks like if they're 3 wide, they'll be fine. I'll just mind our manners, and we'll all be fine. Yeah, that definitely took a lot of guys out. We'll see if it took anybody important out of the race that's bound for the championship. There's Cole Dowley. Oh, and there's Danny Wells in the 29. He looks like he has flipped over in that 29 car. Danny came to this race 8th in the points. That's not good for Danny at all. There's teammate Cole Dowley, Richard Johnson involved. There's Tim Walsh. Jack Richards is destroyed on the front end of that Budweiser Chevrolet. Noah Hart looks like he has some damage. Oh, don't ready to go. No, smart move by these guys to move down, actually. Jacob Lawler, don't think he has damage. There's Noah Hart. Aaron Williams Jr. has damage. Andreas Allen does. Steven Gonzalez has a lot of damage. I don't know if anybody else actually has damage. Oh, Michael Walton has damage. Daniel Hummel also with damage, but I think that's about it. But Danny Wells definitely the big hit right there. Steven Gonzalez as well. We're going to take a look at how these guys come off pit road. We're actually not going to be able to see Qualls just stop. It's actually a good camera. We can go with this one. And it looks like James Qualls is going to be the first one off. We had some guys they had some that stayed out. Rohit Vanderview has damage in 51. I don't know where you got that from, unless I was just coming off pit road. See the field rolling on by. But we're going to caution for the first time today here at Michigan. And some of the guys in the top 10 points were involved, including Danny Wells, Richard Johnson, and Steven Gonzalez. Let's see what happened to them to bring out the first caution of the day here at Michigan. Alright, so this is what brought the first caution of the day. Yes, 4 wide, like we saw in the nationwide race. Richard Johnson. It's actually, oh, no, it was teammate. Steven Gonzalez bounced off his teammate Joshua Mudd up into Richard Johnson, put him in the wall. There goes Michael Walton. And they actually wrecked in the back. Aaron Williams and Tim Walsh got together, and along with Andreas Allen. Tim Frey got a piece of Jacob Lawler's around. Aaron Reed. There's Danny Wells up there. Ooh, he's going to get hit by William Duncan. Looks like he does, and I think it's another RCR car. Oh, John Dillon's going to hit him as well. Noah Hart hitting the inside wall. There's a lot going on. Jack Richards on the back of Cole Dally. Now, I don't know how Danny got so much damage there, unless Noah Hart's going to hit him again. Somebody actually might hit the 29. Well, it looks like he's already got the roof damage. I don't know how that happened. It doesn't look like Danny's going to get hit again. If I can take a look at this. Maybe it was just the angle he hit the 33. He's on the inside of Sean Henley. And you see everybody racking back there. Gallagher and Noah Hart get together. I think Henley actually gets through in Jake Rogers. Great drive by them, and so did Cody Lamas. Wow. Now I'm trying to see the damage. I don't know how Danny got so much damage. Got hit right there by William Duncan. It must have been from the John Dillon hit to the door. It's kind of odd that happened, but it did. That was very unusual. I don't know how that... He didn't flip or nothing, so I don't know. Here's Steven. We're going to look on his view. This is kind of a hard place to see camera angles, so we're doing different cameras today. You see the contact there between him and his teammate. They spin around. Daniel Hummel almost made him flip over. Steven got hit in the door. Kind of like how Danny did, but he's going to do a 360 and keep going. See everybody else spinning around. There's Jack Richards right in the back of Cole Dally. Michael Norman snuck by. There's Aaron Williams, who was also, I think, involved. But that's basically what happened just then. But we did have some guys stay out. I think Ryan Acosta is actually still leading. We'll see what the pit strategy is as we go back to live action, and we'll update the field after this first wreck that caused a huge wreck on the back straightaway here at Michigan. And we'll, again, see what happens after this. We're back, and there's a lot of smoke still on the racetrack. It hasn't really cleared up, but we're getting ready to go back to green. And everybody actually did pit, so Pauls is still the leader, or actually is the new leader, I should say. 4 cars did drop out of the race. That includes John Dillon, a wild card contender. That's going to hurt him a lot. His teammate Danny Well, it's really going to hurt him as well, staying in the top 10. Does not have a win still this season. And then you got Michael Walton and Jack Richards out of the race. Everybody else has continued on. But the top 10 right now, we got a lot of Gibbs cars up here. We got one with damage up there in the 51, but we got James Qualls, Rohit Vaderview, Justin Perry, Kurt Mortonick, Pete Juan in your top 5. Ryan Acosta, who was leading, is out now in 6th place. He lost all the ground on the pit stop. James McLeod, Justin Lombard, Daniel Day, and Dylan Young are all the top 10. We go back to green here. We'll see how that 51 car does. He has a lot of rear end damage. I'm not sure what happened to him. I think he got hit on pit road. Justin Perry has front end damage on that 20 car, so it possibly could have been from him. We'll have to go back and look at that, but we'll see how those 2 cars perform as they get up to full speed. But Perry's already getting shuffled. There might be a lot of damage to that 20 car after all. If he hit the front end, I think Vaderview might be okay. But here comes Kurt Mortonick, the pole sitter from a week ago. Had a solid run last week. He is in the top 5 in points now. He's 4th. It's a big day for him. He's actually closing in on James Qualls for the race lead. Ryan Acosta is also working his way back up. That 16 car's been strong. This is one of those tracks that Ford in real life run well. Maybe it can happen in the video game as well. Acosta's trying to lead that Ford banner so far today. It's actually the only Ford I see in sight right now. And look who's sneaking down on the bottom. It's Chris Lombard in the Pepsi car. He's down on the bottom, making it 3 wide for 2nd. Daniel Day's working his way up there, and Seth Cole in the 52, along with Dylan Young and some others. And I see the points here back there. Trent Dunham has also worked his way up into the top 10, I believe. There he is. Outside post there, James Silverfox still hanging around. James McLeod. There's Charles Sanford, Greg Bell. A lot of drivers, good to see them up here. And they're about to go 4 wide. They don't watch out. But we got a battle for the lead. Lombard had the fender to the inside of the 11 car, but Daniel Day is on the inside of him. 3 wide for the lead. And they're 4 wide. I think Mortonick saw that. He's trying to back out of it as quickly as possible. And settle it. Ooh, no, they're not. They're going to wreck. Acosta's around. They're going to go again. Yikes. Ooh, William Duncan. Oh, hard hit for Silver Fox and Kurt Mortonick. Here comes the second pack. Oh, there they go again. Guys don't have brakes or brains today, apparently. They're still wrecking. There goes Aaron Williams, Andreas Allen. There's Joshua Mudd. And again, there's another ridiculous wreck again. There's Charles Jackson, Rohit Vaderview. Jackson's car's destroyed. Richard Johnson, the 77's on pit road. He is destroyed. There's Tim Freilich, a wildcard contender. He had just worked his way to 20th in the points, too. There's Kurt Mortonick. We were just talking about him. William Duncan. Man, just like that. Huge wreck. Say, the caution is out, isn't it? I took out another big chunk of the field out, and Seth Cole is actually leading. That's interesting. Seth, a former winner here in the Nationwide Series. Dylan Young's now second. Daniel J is third. There's Cole Daly. Didn't see him. Brian James as well. Man, it's gonna hurt some of those guys. They're coming down pit road once again. Looks like everybody's pitting. But we're under caution for the second time today. These guys make pit stops. We're gonna check and see what happened this time. It's gonna take a lot of guys out once again. I see Trent Dunham's pit side down. I think Trent Dunham is out of the race. We'll definitely have to go look at this now, but we're gonna check the replay out. These guys are making pit stops. Again, probably going to be a lot to keep an eye on. It looks like Kurt Mortnick was trying to back out of the situation, but it didn't even happen with him. Silver Fox and Pichu London got together ahead of them. They were 3 wide, basically. They hadn't caught Acosta. I think Silver Fox just came up. He had to avoid McLeod, but he slid up into Pichu London. Charles Sanford saw they actually turned down to Red Bell back there. They're going to go for a spin. London against the wall. Mortnick nowhere to go. Acosta's around. Vaderby's going to go right across the nose of the 14 of Charles Jackson, who was probably going to get through that. I think that 48 car, Cody Lama, is going to get through another rack, which has been nothing he's been able to do this season, but he does. Everybody goes down the inside. Washer, Henley, Collard, Rogers, William Duncan's trying to follow his teammate, couldn't do it. Mortnick ends up on Silver Fox car, sends him flipping. Justin Perry back there. There's Trent Dunham. Oh, I think the 91 actually landed on top of this one car. Tim Freilich almost got through, hit Brian James. Just about snuck by. Trying to see how Trent. I think that's where Trent got his damage, was whenever Silver Fox landed on top of him. I don't know if it caused smoke or anything, but he was fine until right here. He sends him spinning. He might have got hit again. I'm not sure. Oh, there it was. Cole Daly ran head on into him. There goes the points leader. We're going to change the camera back. But Dunham was doing good until he got hit by the 33. Kurt Mortnick's going to get hit by Andreas Allen a little bit. Richard Johnson nowhere to go. Tim Walsh. There goes Michael Norman, who actually has damage. I thought he got through that. Joshua Mudd right here. He actually snuck on by, it looked like. Got a little bit of the 33. There goes Acosta, who was running up front. He's involved. Galligan, Williams get through. I think that was about it. Here comes the rest of the guys. And then they wrecked up here. Oh, wow. Aaron Williams ran in the back of the 78. He was following Galligan, just clipped the 78 car. He's going to get hit by Joshua Mudd. Yep, there you go. There's where Mudd got his damage. That's going to send those two around. A couple guys trying to get in the championship battle, both outside looking in. They're definitely going to take a hit. They're 78 and the 88. But that's what happened there. And like I said, Trent Dunham, tale of 2 weeks. Got the win last week, but it's going to really hurt him today. But it's been a pattern of Michigan, I guess, today. So all these wrecks. But we'll get back to live action and see how the order is going to be after pit stops here at Michigan. Seth Cole was race leader. Will he still be it? We'll find out. And we're getting ready to go back to the restart. Seth is indeed still the race leader after he won the battle off pit road. More cars did drop out of the race. That include Richard Johnson, Tim Freilich, Trent Dunham, Kurt Mortnick. Those 4 right there, big time guys that could be in the championship battle. Or might have lost their chances right here. Have to wait and see how everything plays out after this. William Duncan, Cole Daly, Brian James, James Silver Fox, Charles Jackson, and Tim Walsh are out of the race. Andreas Allen is 1 lap down the 78. He is to the inside of Seth right now, as you see down there. But everybody else that was involved in the wreck that I did not say are still continuing on. But now the 52 is Seth Cole, who actually fell the top 10 in points last week after Watkins Glen. He came in 11th in the points. One of the guys that's close to him in the battle for that 10th spot is Joseph Lombard, who is 9th in the points. So there's a guy he needs to try to stay in front of. But, I mean, again, that could be somebody he could be battling for a chase spot. Probably knows that really well. And another guy they have to keep an eye on is Zohar Mudden, who is still in today's race. And that 12 car, he is 13th, a former winner here at Michigan. Green flag is back out as they clear by the 78. Dylan Young works way to third, but he's got a challenge from the other car. That's James McLeod. He's in that brighter Farmers Insurance car for the first time I've ever ran at Michigan. James Qualls up there. There's Joshua Collard. We haven't even talked about him. And Chris Washer. You remember him in the 31 car. He ran good last week at Watkins Glen. Up here again. Daniel Day. There's Cody Lamas, who's avoided everything so far. The hidden cars are showing up. There's 3 up there in the top 10, I believe. Jake Rogers staying around. Rendell. There's Charles Sanford. Zohar Mudden. He's been really quiet as well. And there's Noah Hart, who had the bad luck last week at Watkins Glen. The only guy that wrecked. He is up here in the top 15. And there's been a breakaway from the rest of the pack. Trying to get on slower cars. A lot of wounded cars up here. And Ryan Acosta, we were talking about, a really tough break for him. Don't know if he's up to speed or not, but we'll have to wait and see. And there's the rest of the field. James Qualls is actually bouncing down James McLeod. I know these guys probably didn't learn their lesson. I don't know how it is that the Cup guys want to wreck more than the Nationwide guys. I don't get that, but it's been the case. They're wide again. The Collard's going to lead them at the line. I hope they settle this really quick before Qualls and McLeod are going to wreck. There goes Qualls. He's just going to spit out. The caution is out. Hopefully Qualls keeps it up there. Don't hit Qualls, please. Would not like to see a car get hit head on. And he's not. I guess we avoided a big wreck there. But that's a tough race for James. He's going to lose all his track position, the pole sitter, but could have been a lot worse. The field definitely got separated after that happened, and Cody Long is now leading. He's going to lead him back to the line. Looks like he's a former winner this season at Auto Club, and the 48 will lead him down. Ahead of Jake Rogers, Joshua Collard, Red Bell, and Charles Sanford. That's a tough race for Qualls, though. He's going to lose all that track position, like I said. And now he's going to try to regroup and try to make a run back up. He'll just have to do strategy possibly now. But there's a lot of damage to the left side of that FedEx ground Toyota, though. Went from battling for the lead. He's actually about third to fourth. Now he's 27. That's a tough break. There's a lot of slow cars up ahead. Some McLeod and a couple others lose a lot of ground from that as well. They had to slow up. They're all actually outside the top 10 now. But I guess these guys, every time they get a chance to, they're coming to pit road. See if I don't think anybody's going to stay out. It doesn't look like it. We want to freeze the camera here and take a look, see if anybody stays out. See Andreas Allen, he's a lap down. That explains there. But everybody else is coming to pit road, but we're under caution for the third time today. And this time it's for pole sitter James Qualls and defending series champion James McLeod getting together, coming into turn one. Let's go back and see a replay real quick, see what happened. Now, you know when they went 4 wide, they usually wreck off turn 2. Well, looks like it happened a little bit earlier, and this might have been a better situation, so he didn't have a big wreck. Qualls squeezing McLeod into the wall, nowhere he can go. Everybody else does a great job avoiding. Lombard, Daniel Day, Chris Washer all have to line up and wait for Qualls' car to go up. They all do a very nice job actually avoiding not running into the 11 car, who just spins against the back, or spins against the wall, and he just kind of slides backwards. Man, he got lucky. Nobody hit him. I was worried about him getting hit, and we just watched from real time. He was spinning that car around. Man, see, look at those cars. Wow, that could have easily been a head-on collision at 200 miles an hour for Qualls. But again, probably got out of that pretty clean. We'll have to wait and see how he recovers in this race, if he can get another good run or not. We'll wait and see as we go back to now live action to see if we're getting close to the end of this race, if we're done with cautions or not. We'll find out. All right, we're back from that. Nobody did drop out of the race. James Qualls continued on. He's still running in the 27th position after pit stops. Cody Long is still the race leader. Joshua Collard was the point leader. He's been on a slide lately, down to 7th in the points. And like I said, trying to make some ground up. He is running second. This would be a great run for that 44 team to get their luck back. Starting here today, right before the chase. Jake Rogers needs a good run. He's bound for a wild card spot. He's right now third. Red Bell, former chaser, in fourth. And Charles Stanford is running fifth with some damage. Noah Hart. Road at Bayview, Sean Hindley, teammate Seth Cole, and P2 London will round out the top 10. There's James McLeod, who's involved in the wreck with Qualls. He is 11th, while Qualls is back to 27th. Pace car is off. 48 car, Cody Long is in the mileage. Chevrolet will lead him down. Collard already looks like he's trying to make a move on him in that 44. Collard looks like he has a fast car today, and we'll see what he does. Noah Hart back here is the first car to peek out of line under Sanford for 5th. Went back to the row at Bayview. He's up to speed as well as Collard's under Cody Lamas for the race lead. Red Bell is after Jake Rogers for 3rd. See Sean Hindley and Seth Cole are working together and drafting to the back straightaway. Going around Charles Sanford and working on Noah Hart back there. As they're both actually going right by him. Now those 2 cars. Collard is cleared of Lamas, but here comes Red Bell. He does not have the drafting help. Hindley's going to make it 3 wide up there. Goes under the 39 as Joshua Collard gets the bonus point. One of the guys will be surely going to be battling for the championship if he does not fall apart in the last 2 races. We've got some 3 wide races back there. I think the field might have been calmed down now. We don't wreck anymore. As Sean Hindley's now up to 2nd around Lamas, and 3 wide between him, Red Bell, and Noah Hart's trying to make it 3 wide. Zohar Martin's up here as well. Looks like this is going to be the pack that's going to be battling for the lead here. And hopefully they don't make it 4 wide. We can make it to the end of this race. I don't know if they're going to make it on fuel or not. We'll have to wait and see. We're about to make 4 wide on it. Yikes. Down back there. Right now it's Pollard and Hindley are trying to pull away in a 2-car draft. Collard and Hindley both looking for a win. Hindley has not won since last season at Phoenix, the second to last race of the season. Collard won last time at Barnesville. The only win so far this season was way back early in the season right then. Hindley's going for the lead on the inside. It's going to be a drag race to the line. And it looks like Collard got it. Yes, he did. He beat Hindley out for it. But doesn't look like he's going to be able to keep it in this corner. We'll probably clear him off of the second corner here, possibly. Not yet. Collard side drafting, getting back to him. Noah Hart and Red Bell, they're rubbing right now back for a while. Don't let Trent catch you doing it, Noah. That's teammates as well. Oh, PQ1 just almost got nudged right there. Wow. McLeod snuck under him. And then 4 wide again. Not where you want to be. Red Bell, I think, knows that. She does not want to be in this situation. I can really back out of this quickly. Figure this out. I think they're going to. No, Zohar, don't do it, Zohar. Ooh, that was close. Oh, Lamas is bouncing off people. He's spinning. There goes him and Red Bell. Zohar Mun's involved. Jake Rogers. There's Lombard. Dylan Young. And we got the big one again. Jake Rogers is dying. The end. There goes Ryan Juke. Noah Hart. Or not Ryan Juke. Wow. Charles Sanford. There's Aaron Reed. Jake Rogers is upside down. I was trying to name off those cars back there. They all disappeared. Joseph Lombard sitting back there, 9th in the points. Chris Washer decided to hit Jake Rogers for some reason. And I, again, don't understand why they're getting so much FML, I guess. I don't know. And there's Jake Rogers' car destroyed. Ryan Acosta involved again. Justin Perry's involved. Zohar Martin. Martin was 10th in points. Has huge. Joseph Lombard, 9th in points. James Qualls, the pole sitter, is destroyed. Cody Lamas looks like he actually got away with that. Not really getting a lot of damage. Trying to figure out who else has damage. Or Dylan Young, Noah Hart. And then, I guess is what's left of the field is up here, as now Joshua Collard is leading the way. And we might have a shootout here. I don't know if we're going to get back to green or not. There's a lot of damage and debris back there. I'm sure they just debris, but 4th caution's out today, and that might have been the biggest wreck of the day. We'll have to go back and see what happened, as the Michigan Wreckfest 400 is about to be over. We'll find out if we're going to get to continue on or not. Now, I thought the problem was going to be up ahead with Joseph Lombard and Zohar Mutton. I wasn't paying attention behind them. Red Bell fell back into this 3-wide situation where Vaderview, Washer, and Lamas. You can see the contact where Dylan Young actually sends Lombard up. But then, Chris Washer is bouncing off 2 cars, sends Lamas up into the 39 after he bounced off the 51. Red goes for a spin. Lamas is, I think, going to spin. I don't think Seth's actually going to touch him. Oh, and they did wreck up ahead anyway, after that happened. We're going to keep an eye on this. We'll go up and check the other wreck in a second. Red Bell goes around. Cody Lamas is spinning. See if anybody else gets involved here. Ooh. I don't know if anybody else gets involved in this situation. Man, they're going full speed into these guys. Red continues on. Cody does as well. It looks like that was it for that part of the wreck. Now we're going to go back and see what happened back here. Okay, that's, thought it was going to be fast, but no, I was wrong. Zohar actually kept his nose in between the 8 and the 24. This is actually going to cause the wreck. Sends Noah Hart down into Joseph Lombard, hard in the wall. Dylan Young just innocent victim. Jake Rogers nowhere to go. Chris Washer, there's Noah Hart hitting Dylan Young. Aaron Reed hits the 24. Justin Perry hard into Jake Rogers and gets hit by Acosta. Oh, and Charles Sanford up here. He got clipped by the 12 of Zohar Mun's car, who saw it up the track. Sanford was going to get through it. Man, he hit the wall hard. Look at Jake Rogers' car. He goes up in the catch fence in that 9 car. I'm going to take a look at that again, if I can get to Jake. Here comes a hit from Ryan Acosta. Into the catch fence. Zohar Munn, Justin Perry. There's Acosta. I think Perry was one upside down. Look at Seth Cole. He snuck by. He had to avoid Lamas earlier. James Qualls. Oh, he was the one hit Lombard. He hits Dylan Young. Galligan sneaks by. Michael Norman. These guys are damaged. We're going to end up getting a good finish because everybody else keeps wrecking out. Look at Perry. He's stuck on his side as he disappears. There's Aaron Reed as well. We saw him get involved. Both Robert Yates racing cars are involved. So there's a couple of these cars over here. Steven actually hit James Qualls. Just a little drift and kept going, but that's a little bit more damage for him to repair. And there's a lucky guy right there. And there's Washer getting hit, or hitting the 9 car, Jake Rogers. But man, that 48 car probably got away. And so did the 39. Lamas and Red Bell both got away, I think, right there. Probably happy they're not involved like these other guys were, but again, this is going to really make the points battle look a little different, I guess. It's going to shuffle some stuff up. Some of these guys that have bad races might be breathing a sigh of relief as these guys are falling out, but again, the field is getting smaller. We'll see if we can make it through maybe this final run if we go back to green. If not, Collard's your winner, but we'll see if it's official or not here at Michigan. Well, guys, we're going to have a one-lap shootout as I almost missed the restart. But drivers that dropped out of the race after that wreck include Aaron Reed, Jake Rogers, James Qualls, Joseph Lombard, Zohar Munn, Justin Perry, Ryan Acosta, Charles Sanford, and Chris Washer. Joshua Collard is in the lead. He has to hold off the Viagra car of Sean Henley. James McLeod, who's looking for his first win of the season as well, in third. Petrie London also looking for his first win. And Rowan Vaderview looking for his second win with that damaged 51 car still in this. Daniel Day, Joshua Mudd, Seth Cole, Noah Hart, and Dylan Young, your top 10. As the green and the white flag are displayed, one lap to go here at Michigan. And again, the field's probably going to get separated back there with Noah Hart. And it looks like these are going to do 8 car battling for the win. Can Collard hold off these 7 guys, and will Henley and McLeod pounce on the 44. Collard going to make that further score very wide off this corner. Henley and McLeod and Petrie London are all sticking by. Here comes Henley. He goes the inside of Collard. McLeod is going to try to go with Collard, it looks like. Here comes Daniel Day. Who's going to get to run off the corners. It looks like we're on a photo finish winning the 44 and 25. Coming off the final corner. Henley, Collard, drag race to the line. It's going to be. I have no idea who just won that. Whew. That was a close finish right there. A lot closer than yesterday's finish in the nationwide race. I don't know who got it, if it was Henley or Collard. Let's take a look and see who won this. Sean Henley has won the race. Henley edging out Joshua Collard for the victory. He wins a pure Michigan 400, his first win of season 5. What a great finish right there. Henley, he had a bad race at Watkins Glen, I believe it was, and a couple other races. Actually, it wasn't Watkins Glen, it was a couple of races ago at Indy. But he was on a roll before that, and he had a lot of chances to win races and kind of slipped away from them. But can't say today. He was not the dominant car in those other races like he was in the past, but he was right there, right place, right time. Steadily worked his way up through the field. He started, I believe, mid-pack, edged out his good friend Joshua Collard, and picks up his first win of the season, his third of his career. Great win for Sean and that 25 team. We did not see a Ford. I know Collard wanted to get Ford a victory. This is where they're really all, this is a big win for this track and everything, a Ford country, I guess you could say. So that's unfortunate for Collard, but wow. Just trying to figure out what I was doing right there for a second. But the race is now official. Sean Henley is your race winner today. Came in there 6th in the points. That's going to really help pad maybe his chase spot, his ticket to get into it. But you just see that finish. Wow. 4/1000ths of a second. That's one of the closest finishes I think we've ever had in the series. But Collard, I thought, had a shot at it on the outside, but Henley just barely edged him out. And we'll pick up the win. Good run for both those guys. They were right next to each other in points, too. Collard was right behind Henley in points in 7th, so both of them get a top 2 run. Probably will get them in the top 5 in points and actually up there really close to the points lead. And that points lead probably going to get shrunk a lot since Trent Dunham dropped out of the race. Probably going to bring everybody so much closer, and it's going to just make everything that much tighter now in this battle for the chase and everything. Daniel Day, good run for that 22 team. Got a 3rd place finish today. That's awesome for him. James McLeod, 4th place. One of his better runs this season as well. Petrie London, a good run in 5th. Still bound for a hopeful wild card, or not a wild card, but a chase spot if you can get up there. Rode at Vaderview with that wounded 51 ends up 6th. Seth Cole ends up 7th with 20, ends up 1st, 7th, and 8th, or 6th and 7th, I should say. Joshua Mudd, another good run for that 15 team who's had not a lot of luck this season, ends up in the top 10. Dylan Young with damage ends up 9th. His car was like hit a lot. He ended up getting a top 10, and Cody Lama stuck up there and got a 10th place finish. Sean Gallagher and Michael Norman were a couple of guys that were in the back. Good top 15 runs today. Norman battling for a wild card spot. That's huge for him. Red Bell, Daniel Hummel. We didn't talk about him today. Noah Hart. Restart in the top 10 had damage. Still gets the top 15 despite having the damage. Jacob Lawler, 3rd in the points. We really didn't talk about him a lot today either. He ends up 16th. Aaron Williams, Steven Gonzalez, 18th. Andreas Allen was a lap down. And then 20th on down, we're out of the race. As you look through there, some of the notables for them that were Zohar Munn. He ends up 24th, right behind him, Joseph Lombard, 25th. Poster, James Qualls, Jake Rogers, or you see them together in 26th, 27th. Let's see. Kurt Morchnik, he took a bad hit today in 35th. Trent down in the points leader after winning last week, ends up 36th. Richard Johnson, 38th. And Danny Wells, 41st. And John Dillon as well, who's a wildcard contender in that 27, ends up 42nd, which is not good for that team because John's actually kind of right outside the top 10, so that's going to hurt him a lot as well. Bring Michael Norman and Jake Rogers also closer to him now, so tough break. And you got to throw in there Tim Freilich, who also was in 37th. He got just into the top 20 in points with 2 wins, and definitely might take him back out of it again for that contention, so he'll have to try to bounce back. But that is it for Michigan. The Pure Michigan 400 is over. Sean Henley in the 25 car is your winner today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race, regardless of the Wreckfest or not. Remember to comment, keep up and everything with your ride and everything as well. I appreciate you guys commenting, especially. And give it a like if you enjoyed the race, or if you don't, then I guess there's not much I can say about that. But subscribe and keep up with it, guys. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time for race 24 of the season. There's only 3 races left before the Chase cutoff. Got Bristol, I think it's Atlanta, and then Richmond. So stay tuned for those races, guys, and we'll see what happens. And congratulations one last time to Sean Henley and the whole 25 Viagra team out of Twinix Racing for picking up their first win of the season on this day here at Michigan. And I will see you guys next time. And yeah, bye-bye.